National Insurance Clearinghouse, the marketing arm of Brokers Alliance, presents a Bravo video event, the Business Insurance Zone, dedicated to financial professionals who use insurance in their practice.
And on today's show, the Turnkey Referral Generation System with Professor Rodney Balance.
And now the host of the Business Insurance Zone, the whiz of the biz, insurance columnist Steve Savant.
Well, welcome everyone to the Business Insurance Zone. We're broadcasting live to a national network of financial planners and advisors from Fountain Hills, Arizona, home of America's largest fountain. And all this week, and if you've missed our show, you're missing a lot. This whole week, we've had Professor Rodney Balance on. He's the professor of, get this, personal finance at the Mid-Atlantic Christian University, a huge accredited university in the Christian community. And if you've missed any of these shows, you need to hop back out to www.brokersalliance.com/Rodney Balance, and that's spelled with 2 L's. Welcome to the show, Rodney.
Thank you again, Steve. Glad to be here.
You know, 2 L's on Balance.
Dude, you know, I always deliver more than you expect, even in the spelling of my last name.
Wow, I'll take an extra. I felt like I was on Jeopardy there or whatever. I'll take an extra consonant.
There you go. You know, we get paid by the letter.
I wish. Man, if I got paid by what I write, I'd be so rich.
Oh, wouldn't? Oh, my goodness.
And for some of you who don't know, if you've seen, you might have seen, right? He's been on CBN, television interviews, on radio. We met each other. We blog and write articles for Producers Web. And hopefully my Producers Web people are watching the show right now. And Producers Web, where we blog and write articles, and that's where I met Rodney out there. And we started talking, and we couldn't believe all the things we had in common.
Absolutely.
One of the things I have in common with anybody like Rodney is anybody that's ready to produce leads and or referral systems for our agents and make the cost, not only make the cost reasonable, but actually have leads that actually work and turn into premium. One of our big lead generation systems in 2011, our own proprietary system, netted over 900 paid applications, and that was a lead system. In contrast to what we're talking about here, Professor, is really referral generation system, which is quite different. Let's get everybody up to speed. Let's try to do a kind of a redux of Monday through Thursday. Okay. Again, you should really go and watch all the shows, but let's do a little kind of a mini Cliff Note version of the last 4 days.
Okay, all right. Well, first off, if you remember, I told guys how, and ladies, how I came up with this thing. I realized that it was a perception issue of how our whole industry was perceived by the public. It wasn't so much the fact that what we have to offer is not as valuable as that doctor who lived next door to me, driving his Porsche to his office, that kept his office full of people waiting to see him all day, and kept me smiling and dialing to try to make an appointment for what's left over at the end of the day when people have a little bit of extra time. Mm-hmm. So what I did was make sure that I transformed my business so that people understood that what I had to offer was about their financial well-being was just as important as their physical well-being. So we made steps to do that. I was fortunate enough to be asked to be on television, on radio, write some articles for some certain magazines and things, and then to be offered a professorship and an adjunct faculty at an accredited university to teach personal finance was amazing. Mm-hmm. And that was after I published my last book called The Love of Money, which is also used as a textbook in other universities who also have a desire to teach people financial responsibility.
Actually, that's got to go to another reprint because they're already out of that.
We're totally out. The publisher is making more, but he's not too focused on that one as he is our new book coming out called Financial Leadership: Why Money Management is a Thing of the Past.
Wow.
Because this is, remember, we talked about this in an earlier episode also, the difference between leadership and management. And
so the new book's name again is?
Financial Leadership.
And when's that going to be out?
Probably by spring. We're hoping by spring.
Now, you have an ebook out right now, I think not all of it, but part of it.
That's right. We're releasing segments of it each month as we go along. And it's called The 7 Indisputable Laws of Financial Leadership.
Well, just remember, you just upped your game with an adjective like that. Indisputable.
Indisputable.
We'll see how indisputable it is, Rodney. I'll be right there writing on you there.
I'm sure somebody will dispute it. Maybe one of these people who sell these canned one-size-fits-all financial plans. Maybe they'll dispute it.
Well, listen, I'm all into boilerplating, right? I love templates just like anybody else. Let's make it easy. And But everybody's situation, I'm sorry, it just has to be customized. Otherwise, every planner should just resign.
Exactly.
I mean, it can't be done cookie cutter. It just can't.
No, it won't. Not if you want to do what's best for the people who earn the money, and those are the ones who deserve the best. This whole thing. In fact, one of the segments we talk about is how I should be probably run out of town on a rail because I have this crazy idea that the people who actually earn the money should have access to it, and decision of how it's used. So that's what I want to make sure we understand is financial leadership is a proactive approach to financial planning as opposed to money management being a reactive approach, and you're always having to react to outside sources that cause you to never really have money to do with what you please.
Because we see the intensity, the appetite of the consumer right now, which is at a fever's pitch, based on the 2008 and 9 debacle in Wall Street, as well as just the whole issue of what happened in August of 2010 when we had a major market meltdown, although it did recover pretty well at the end of the year. And we're sitting there with 15.2 and growing trillion with a T United States debt. I mean, we're moving into areas that we have never went before and probably should never have went, actually, to be honest with you. But you're a personal, you're an anomaly because professors that are personal finance, that's just strange because I went to college and I never had courses like that. I didn't even know they offered it.
And to make it even more strange is a professor who not only understands these things and teaches these things, but have actually done it because I've had 20 years experience in the business, in the trenches with the same people who are watching this program today.
If your program didn't work and you didn't turn out to be the number one producer with the carrier, who I'm going to rename nameless since they're a competitor of ours, I hate to say it, so I'm just going to keep
they have to remain nameless.
Heavily nameless. I'm looking at a person who has the legitimacy not only of major television networks like CBN especially, and blogs out there. And I mean, you're one of the top bloggers and articles, just not even on Producers Web alone. You get a huge amount of following, a lot of views on your articles. And you'll be able to catch, Rodney and I are also going to be doing something for Producers Web on the Trust Project, which is a huge issue as well. I want to talk a little bit about, why we're talking about dates and things that are coming up. You're having a huge convention on this whole idea of with your ambassadors, and even clients are going to be coming to this.
That's right.
April 19th and 20th in Branson, Michigan.
Missouri.
Missouri. Oh, Michigan. Hey, I love that. Hey, Missouri. Yeah. Home of country. Hey, I keep thinking it's Nashville, but I guess it's Branson now.
Well, Branson is, it's the Nashville of the Midwest.
Talk a little bit about what's going to happen on that, and if our producers wanted to go to that, if they're close enough, can they?
Oh, absolutely. We're filming this. We've got a DVD set, a 5-part DVD set that we use to educate the public. We update this information in this program every year so that the content is timely, the content is fresh, and to make sure that our ambassadors who secure these licensing rights for their territory always have new material to go back to the same places that played the program the year before with new and updated information. Mm-hmm. We're going to be taping our new 2012 DVD series, the 5-part DVD series, at one of the largest theaters in Branson, Missouri. Mm-hmm. The promoters who also promote acts such as Sawyer Brown, the Oak Ridge Boys, and many other high-level talent in the music industry are promoting our program. Mm-hmm. The week before, they're having Dr. Charles Stanley in and a whole group of others from the Christian realm. So we're on the same stage with some of the most well-known entertainers in the world.
Anybody entertaining at your gig, though?
We are having some people entertaining our gig. Well, we're going to provide some entertainment for you, some information, but you're going to be a part of the program. Mm-hmm. They're selling tickets to the public to come and be a part of this thing. They're billing it as the next move, the next great thing in finance, in personal finance, because there's nothing like this out there.
I can't imagine public buying tickets to go to this theater, but it's doing it. They're doing it. That's the hunger out. That's the appetite out there.
People are starving for this stuff. So, but we don't charge the regular $100 for people to go to one of these one-size-fits-all programs you see in churches across the country. Even when our ambassadors loan their 5-part DVD series to a nonprofit organization or church or Lions Club or whatever, and the Leader's Guide, we don't charge the church or the organization 1 red cent to have that information. They get it for free. And then the people who attend, they only pay $49.95 to get a personalized workbook, audio CD, lifetime membership in the Financial Leadership Academy with resources such as our financial calculators and access to even industry magazines and things like that to see your writings and mine. So we give them more than the $100 that these other people charge. We don't charge the churches or other organizations anything, but we give competent, reliable information in 5 weeks instead of the 13 that these other programs are, because, like we said in an earlier segment, it takes 13 weeks to brainwash somebody into thinking one size fits all. It only takes 5 weeks to educate them about how financial tools really work and to prepare them to come to your office so that you can provide the tools necessary to accomplish their financial goals for life.
So again, we'll try to have that information out on the landing page, the times, everything, all the events. If you're a producer and say, hey, I need to go down there and kick the tires, this would be a great opportunity to do that. You'll want to do that. We'll try to get it out there as soon as we can on the landing page so you can go ahead and sign up, look at it. Look at some of the snippets that we took from the DVDs that are out there as well, so you can kind of get a flavor and a taste. Is this something you'd want to be into? We think it's a great jump start for the beginning of the year. This is a great way to get your production up right now. And the entry fee, and I might as well just do it now that I'm bringing it up. We're talking about a special for Brokers Alliance, $169.95 for the first 2 months. We recommend you got to be in it for 2 months to play. If you want to go month to month, you can, and not a problem. Our discount, the normal, is $299.95. If you come through Brokers Alliance, it's $269.95. And if you're really brave, after the 2-month period and you've kicked the tires and you love it, you could even pay the annual subscription, which gives a discount and gets it down to $28.95. The players that have played in this, almost 85% of the people who have viewed the introduction to this whole referral system, which is very unique, have all signed up for. About 85% have signed up for it. And here's the deal. 90% of the comp on annuities alone, I don't even go down the life insurance area just to exacerbate my point. One case, an average case at Brokers Alliance, and how we pay our guys would pay for this entire year subscription.
Absolutely.
This is not big money, but we ought to have skin in the game. Now remember, Professor Rodney says if you don't follow the script, and I hate to be so pedantic here, I don't mean to be, but there are requirements that you have to do. And we don't want it sitting on the shelf. Talk a little bit about that, because we want to make sure you want to do this. If you do it, it'll be successful. If you just buy it and leave it on the shelf, it'll do nothing.
Absolutely. Well, my belief is that you're already spending money for some of the best systems out there, and you've got contracts with the best companies and carriers out there. The only thing missing is being able to use it in front of the people who don't know you're there yet. So what we try to do is make sure that you present this to them. Now, we give you a 12-month agreement where we guarantee you exclusive licensing agreement for 12 months. We do count it as a month-to-month, so you can cancel anytime if it's not working for you. But you've got to use it. It won't work if it sits on your desk.
Well, I'm into spending money that I'm actually going to use. I've thrown money away on lesser things, let's just say that, and the end of it. We want to be able to put it into your hands. I think the price tag, the entry at $169.85, that's a great number price. You've been listening to the Business Insurance Zone. We're the show that focuses on insurance in your practice. You can write us at thebiz@brokersalliance.com or call us toll free 1-800-290-7226, extension 147. Rodney and I will be right back from a commercial from our premier sponsor. Hey, it's us, Brokers Alliance, all this week, right after this break.
Whether you're a professional planner pursuing a strategic partner or an insurance distributor seeking a national alliance, your business just went into overdrive. Now enter the largest resource of insurance products and services with unparalleled access to a worldwide audience of consumers through the National Insurance Clearinghouse, the marketing arm of Brokers Alliance, who can take your company and launch it into the stratosphere of success. With countermeasures, the most comprehensive carrier intel in the industry, the MASH unit with field triage underwriting and the premium tolerance test, the life insurance financial evaluation, the most rigorous policy review, and Bravo high-definition broadcasting with online social media. Your search just ended.
Well, welcome back to the Business Insurance Zone. I'm Steve Savant, your host, insurance columnist. financial color commentator, and some say interviewer extraordinaire. I'm probably the only one that actually says that. Before moving forward with any of the strategies and tactics you hear on our show, always check in with your CPA, your tax attorney, and of course, your broker-dealer compliance department. You can call me toll-free 1-800-2907-226 extension 147 for any of your quotes or questions on life insurance, annuities, LTC, DI, and group pension plans. Hey, it's not what I know, it's who I know, and that's why I have people on my show that are top of their game. Professor Rodney Balance of This Week. If you missed any of his shows, go out to www.brokersalliance.com/Rodney Balance, and that last name is spelled with 2 L's, by the way, and you'll pick up a lot of the snippets from his DVDs. You'll get part of his new ebook out, as well as you'll see some information we're going to have out there on their meeting of all their ambassador producers that are going to be out in Branson, Missouri, April 19th and 20th. I might even be out there now. I'll have to see if I can pull my schedule off. And that will be great. And remember, you're going to be meeting clients who are paying to get into one of the larger opera theater houses down there, I guess. It's huge. And people are so hungry for this idea. I know it sounds like an oversell, but it really isn't. We've really figured out something that's happened here in a referral program, and it's why. Because I have a professor of personal finance teaching at an accredited university who's done 20 big years in our business, is a major producer, led a company that I don't want to talk about because they're a competitor. And what can I say? I want to bring on people that have knocked this out of the park. The people that are playing with this is great, and whatever price tag this is, which is really low entry, we believe is so economical that you need one good annuity case and you'll pay for the whole thing. So I want to encourage you, this is one of our front end of the year ideas. It's a strategy to put production, get you ahead of the curve, and get some numbers on the books and money in your bank.
Absolutely. You know, when our my board of directors was asking me about the development of this business side of things, they said, well, you know, why would you charge so little for what you have? And my response to them was, because I've been in the trenches, I know how valuable every dollar we have is, and I want to make sure that the people who can do the best for our clients, the people we bring to them, can afford to participate in this. Now, we will go up on the price later. You know, we talked about a program that's really designed to help people get out of debt, and they have similar relationships with advisors across the country who pay $1,500 per month to be one of their endorsed local providers. Well, I believe in my colleagues, my co-workers, the fellows who are in the trench with me, and I know that once you get involved in this and you start helping people, that it doesn't become about the money. It becomes about how you can serve them. But if I can make it easy for you to serve them in an affordable way, then we're going to help a whole lot more people.
And that's our end game here at Brokers Alliance. Our producers are really targeting their clients' welfare and the benefits that we bring to the table with all the products that we sell and the strategies and tactics that we deploy. One of the most important things about a referral system is we're bringing you people who actually want to sit down with you, people that have already contacted their organization. They're from different walks of life, different institutions. It could be Lions Club, Rotary, YMCA, churches, synagogues, nonprofits. And remember, at the end of the year, we did a whole thing on nonprofits, and I couldn't believe how many community foundations were brought to the table in that interview. And we have people right now that are looking into all those interviews. And the first thing that came to us when we talked to the foundation was, do you have any producers that you recommend?
Wow, how about that?
I mean, there it is. So we want to recommend you, and if you're a player, remember, got to have a clean U4.
Yes.
Got to have been around, at least in our business, no minimum of 3 years.
Yes.
And you have to have clean and your insurance state with the commissioner. I mean, we're looking for people who have really good pedigree, behaviors, things of that nature.
Yeah. But you don't have to have a securities license to participate.
Oh yeah, keep that in mind.
Okay. Exactly. Now, one thing I wanted to bring to the attention of folks is that not only are we bringing in ambassadors from across the country in Branson in April 19th and 20th this year, we're bringing in carriers, we're bringing in other sponsors and vendors, and we're bringing in the public, the same promoters that promote these large bands and talent that come into Branson and Nashville, Tennessee, and other places are promoting our program as well. So there may be people from your hometown who are attending this event, and we might be able to connect you right in the lobby of the theater. Who knows? But we have people who call us every day. This is something we've not talked about. We have people who call our office every day because they've seen me on television, heard me on radio, they read an article I wrote somewhere. They call from all over the world. I've got clients now in Australia, South Korea, Ireland, England, and Germany. I mean, it's amazing how people contact us. But people call our office every day, and we either help them through my office if we don't have an ambassador somewhere nearby, or we refer them to our nearest ambassador. And we always pass the information of the person who called to our ambassador so they can make sure if the person didn't call them that they call the
Well, I really like this because this is kind of like an extra layer of value added because people are calling Rodney up, a professor. He's known nationwide. He takes on these hourly commitments. He's doing plans and so forth, but we still have to have product implementation.
That's right.
And then he takes that and he hands that back out again. And that system, I mean, if you'll work this, and if just a little bit of work ethic could go a long way. When you think about our entry price into this for Brokers Alliance producers, $169.95 for the first 2 months. Thereafter, we have a discount off the regular one, which is $269.95 a month. If you wanted to pay an annual, we'll even give you a better discount, so you'd be at $29.95 for a whole year. $28. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. I'm into the 29s. The 28, and why? Because we feel like you could actually pay for this with one annuity case, and we believe that we can feed you enough referrals to say, I don't know if it made my bread and butter, but if I do this right, and this is something we've done the math on this. I'm not looking for some guy that's working 70 hours to try to make this work. If you'll just give me basic work ethic for 40 to 45 hours a week, you can get 3 or 4 of these a week or a month done.
Oh, man.
You're looking at 130 to 140 grand. I cannot believe we cannot give you that kind of extra production.
One event and I'm using churches because that's where I've been predominantly successful with this program. It has been successful in YMCA and other places. But one event in a small church, Crossroads Church in Nowhereville, America, if 10 people will attend this event and watch the DVD series, I guarantee you 8 of them will make an appointment with you. And 8 new client families being referred to your business so that you can do what you do best. How would that benefit your business? Now, if you've got 8 people a month coming to you, maybe 3 new cases that generate 2,000 annualized premium apiece, what has that done to your income? Now, you multiply that by saying, well, I've got 3 or 4 or 5 of these events going on anywhere or in your geographic area at any given month. What has this done to your business? Now you're getting into a need to recruit new agents and to build your business. Mm-hmm. Another thing, too, to remember, Steve, is we encourage these folks to come during business hours because we want to make sure the people understand the value of these advisors so that these advisors aren't going out at 7 o'clock at night. They're home with their families at 7 o'clock at night. They're going to their children's recitals or ball games. They're doing the things that they should be doing with their families. Our goal is to raise the value of these advisors, the perceived value in the potential client's mind of what they have to offer. Take you from being an insurance salesman or an investment salesman to being the portal to the financial world for all who turn to you, just like their general practitioner is their portal to the medical world. And that is the key to this entire program.
Now, when I think about the very genesis of the program, I mean, because you're education, because you're a professor, I mean, you have the natural inclination to educate and train. Right. So there it is. But I think our people are now we're so indebted on the web. We're getting more knowledgeable. We don't know what to do with it, how to sort through it. Mm-hmm. And what you've done is you've really sorted through it and really kind of sifted through the things that really matter. And a lot of this, and I'm just going to be honest, it's targeted to Middle America. A lot of this is right down the middle. It's not high affluent, offshore, whatever.
We have had some.
We have had, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But that's our target market, and I think that the majority of our producers' target market is the middle to America to a little bit upper class affluent. You'll find this program will be really great. It'll be right in your wheelhouse. From a marketing point of view, we're able to help you out. Will you do what you need to do? Give me the minimum you were talking about. I remember you were saying, yes, there's at least one event a month.
One event a month. That's all we ask.
And that's a contract issue, right?
That's right. If you average one event a month, then we'll renew your contract automatically at the end of the 12-month agreement. plain and simple. And if there's extenuating circumstances, of course, we'll work with you. But all we ask is one event a month, and that will generate more income than any other marketing strategy you've ever used in your business. I guarantee it, or I'll give you your licensing agreement back. I almost said I'll give you your money back.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, you know what? I have in the past. I've said, if you use this, you know what? I will go on tape and say, if you use this system the way we recommend you use it, and you don't let it sit on your desk, and it doesn't work for you, not because of because of our information, I will refund the entire year's payments, the licensing fee.
Rodney, that was the most spontaneous radio thing I've ever seen in a long time.
Well, I believe in it that much. If you use it the way we train you to use it, you will not fail. You will prosper, and you'll cause others to prosper beyond their belief.
Okay, now remember, I'm going to put out, just to make sure I cover his back door now, I'm going to put out on our site, www.brokersalliance.com/Rodney Balance with 2 L's. I'm going to put out there the exact regiment that he wants you to do, because I want to make sure that here it is, step 1, step 2, it'll be like a sales track, like the old days how we used to do sales tracks. We'll map it out, we'll put it out there for you, and if you'll walk through the chronology of this and do exactly what Rodney says, he can make that guarantee. And I want him to make that guarantee, but I also want us to partner with him by doing exactly what he said. This is a proven track to run on, and I don't want to do anything, right, except for exactly what, sometimes you don't want to break formula on something that's successful.
This is what made me the #1 agent in the entire country for the company where I worked. It can do the same for you.
Wow. Well, we appreciate, that's a heck of a guarantee. And by the way, we did not pre-record that.
No, we didn't. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done?
Well, too late. We're out on the internet where you can view this show and every show on HD 1080p on our on-demand version right on our homepage at Brokers Alliance, www.brokersalliance.com, and on all our social networks on Vimeo, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, of course, Twitter. I'm Steve Savant. You've been listening to the Business Insurance Zone. That's the buzz on the biz for today. Get in the zone, the Business Insurance Zone.
This has been a Bravo video event of the National Insurance Clearinghouse, the marketing arm of Brokers Alliance, one of the largest distributors of insurance products and services, to a nationwide network of insurance professionals. Need insurance guidance? Call Brokers Alliance. The Business Insurance Zone, dedicated to financial professionals who use insurance in their practice.